And coming up next on Thames, Eamon's here with a very special This Is Your Life.
Choosing a wine that you can depend on to please even the less discriminating palate can be difficult. Wines can be inconsistent, frankly, disappointing. Perhaps he should have chosen Hirondelle. Good, honest table wine. Of course, the real beauty is, it's gas.
If you like a bit of this and a touch of that, then we'll show you where it's at. We can make it loud or give you romance. Butlin has the kind of shows that make you wanna dance. We'll give you you can do and it's true that nearly everything's free. If you like a bit of this and quite a lot of that, take a Butlin's holiday for lots of this and that.
Get the brochure now. Part 2 of the Great Japan exhibition has just opened, revealing even more of Japan's rarest treasures. See them now at the Royal Academy. The Encyclopedia of Birds vividly brings to life every single bird seen in Britain and Europe. It describes their courting, breeding, nesting, and feeding habits, their migration patterns, their song characteristics. Week by week, all this information, beautifully illustrated in superb colour, builds into the most comprehensive work on British and European birds ever published. The Encyclopedia of Birds is on sale now with Part 2 and this birdsong record free.
I've got a feeling on this one, Frank. Call it woman's intuition if you will. But I'm going to take it all the way. I just wanted you to know, that's all.
I have intuition too. It's called Cop's intuition.
Hill Street Blues, with a new look for the new season soon on ITV.
Two pints of Hofmeister, please.
Ah, good. Ah!
Hofmeister. Great lager.
Shame about the wallet.
Well, in just 45 minutes' time to take us right through until the year 1982, we go north across the border with a shout of Hawkeye for the Hogmanay show. Don't forget, that's at 11:45. But now somebody's certainly in for a big surprise because Eamon's here once again with This Is Your Life.
This is your life, this, BBC's Broadcasting House, London, and what a famous parade of the Pops in that studio you've just had a glimpse of with my fellow conspirators tonight. Now, the man I'm due to meet here in surprise is himself due seconds now to come through these very doors, and he was himself a pop star. But today he is celebrating 1981 as, let us say, pop of the pops, because he's had 25 years as the most successful ever discoverer of new talent Britain's seen. And some of that talent's already in that studio that I'm going down to now, the reception committee, BBC One's top disc jockeys, and many of the stars whose records they play, Racy, Sweet, John Cameron from CCS, Bonnie Tyler, John Miles. Well, our man is being brought right here by head of BBC One, Derek Chinnery, expecting nothing more than a brief chat about a forthcoming show. Boys and girls, are you all set? Because I gather he's arrived upstairs, right? First big surprise will be you. Second surprise will be your treatment of his hit of 20 years ago. Okay, and I'll get behind that aside. This, I hope, will be the third one if all goes well, right? Thank you. Good luck. From some of your friends in the world of pop, and you're obviously top of their hit parade, which is why I'm here to say, #1 producer Mickey Most, tonight, this is your life. So we're all set. Where's Derek? Thank you very much, Derek. Oh, marvelous to do that.
I was going to talk about...
Well,
that's unbelievable.
If we just head round the corner to our studio, we get something of your incredible story on our turntable, right? Come on, everyone, come on, Derek. Thank you very much, lads. Come on, we're all together. Well, I don't know if you've recovered from all that surprise yet.
I'm dead. Thank God.
Well, I must say thanks once again to everybody, to Derek Chinnery there, to all these famous pop stars here, and some of the nation's top DJs. Andy Peebles, Simon Bates, Paul Gambaccini, Paul Burnett, Dave Lee Travis, Mike Reed, and the lovely Anne Nightingale. Well, Mickey Most, this is your life, and music has been very much a part of that life. As pop star, top record producer, panelist on television's New Faces, and I'd like to remind you now of the most important musical moment of your life. It was September 1958. The scene was here, the dockside at Southampton. The liner, Pretoria Castle, slowly pulled away, setting sail for South Africa, 6,000 miles away. Holding the deck rail, a pretty young girl waves a tearful farewell to a young man on the dockside singing a Ricky Nelson hit of the day, Poor Little Fool.
I knew that I would fall, poor little fool.
That young man was you, Mickey. You both thought you might never see each other again.
I thought my heart would break.
But there was a happy ending. 6,000 miles and 5 months away. You've now been married 22 years. Your wife, Chris. And, of course, your son, Calvin.
All right, mate. Fantastic.
Chris, tell us what had led to that romantic farewell.
Well, Eamon, I came to London on holiday with my parents. I went to a show at the Chiswick Empire, and he was sitting in front of me. With his collar turned up, doing the big James Dean bit. And, and the next day, I met him again at the Two Eyes Coffee Bar, where he asked me for a date, and 5 days later, he asked me to marry him. And my parents said, no way. And he came down to Southampton, and he serenaded me with Poor Little Fool. My mother and father's hearts, melted, and said, fine, OK, come to South Africa and you can get married. Well, a few weeks later, he saved up and he arrived in South Africa, and we got married. And he's just as romantic today as he was then.
Well, Mickey, as a romantic and hopeful young pop heartthrob, you had a hit with that rock number, Johnny Be Good, and 20 years on, if you look at that screen, we're going to find out what might have been your fate if you were a new face today.
You're a star, lovely suit and a new guitar, and I know that you'll go far, 'cause you're a star. It's New Faces.
Hello, Eamon, and hello, Mickey, and welcome to a special This Is Your Life edition of New Faces. Of course, for 5 years, Mickey, you passed judgment on a whole lot of acts, and tonight we've got three, well, famous faces, certainly by now, who offered themselves up for judgment and, of course, became winners. Marty Kane, Roger De Courcy and Nookie, and Jim Davidson.
Hello.
Now, panellists, you've got a very difficult task here. We've got a certain Mickey Most singing Johnny Be Good from way back in 1961.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods amongst the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood. Lived a country boy named Johnny Be Good. He never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play the guitar just like a ring on a bell. Go, 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 go.
Mickey Most, Johnny Be Good. Well then, Marty, what about that? What would you like to say?
Pass.
Roger, Nookie?
What do you think, Nookie? Totten? What do you think? Who was it? That was Mickey Most. Mickey Mouse? No, not Mickey Mouse. Mickey Most. Oh, what do you think about it? Very good indeed. Lovely fella. Suitor. Suitor fella. Lovely voice. And the record? Rubbish.
Jim Davidson. Jim. Mickey Most.
Where?
No, the record. Johnny Be Good.
Well, yes, he is. Very good. Very good. You should do well, Johnny, and I hope you have a very good night. Be good.
Come on, panellists, let's have some marks now for Mickey Most and Johnny Be Good. Look, it's his big knife. A bit better than that, come on.
No. Under pressure.
But Mickey, your judgment of them proved absolutely spot on too, because today stars in their own right. Marty Kane, Roger De Courcy, Jim Davidson, and of course panel chairman Derek Hobson.
Regret too much. It's wonderful.
Well, now, Jim, you two, of course, have met well away from the TV studios. In fact, on the football field, is it?
Huh? Actually,
take that stuff out, will you?
Right, yes. Mickey's the captain of his football team, and they don't win much. I think he thinks that